Welcome back to Blackpack Homestead. Today is August 29th, 2019. It is Chris's 40th birthday. So today I'm going to talk about seasons changing. Not just seasons of the garden, but seasons of life. So I'm going to tear out the garden. I'm gonna harvest some tomatoes first, and what I want to pick before I before I pull out all but like 5 of the tomato plants, and then the random squash, the crazy random volunteer squash that is over here, you know, in front of the sorghum. Part of it's over there. See it over there? Part of the crazy random squash over there, and it goes all the way down. So yeah, we're gonna pull that crazy random squash out, and we're gonna pull out some tomato plants. I'm gonna leave a few that are still producing that I want the tomatoes, so I can make tomato soup all winter, or make it now and can it. Just depends on how I feel. But anyway, so let's get to harvesting what's harvestable and tearing out what we need to tear out so we can plant those fall starts. Alright, let's get to it. Let's don't do cherries first, because cherries get squished. So let's go over here and check on another one of the plants I'm going to keep for a little while longer, which is the ox heart, which was super pitiful and still is super pitiful. And yeah, see, I'm getting a great harvest off of this plant. I'm just, you know, having to harvest them a little early due to the fact that they're on the ground. So, there's nothing to harvest there. Let's see if I got any mortgage lifters close enough to go ahead and take, you know, or some greens. I got a few green ones that may be overripe. Yeah, that one's probably overripe. That one's definitely overripe. That one is too. That one's okay. Take that one. Now some bird pecked that. Alright, let's see here. Mortgage lifter. Here's a little one that's blushing. I'm going to go ahead and take it. The beans I'm going to leave. Need to harvest some this afternoon. The beans are still looking good. We got some yellow ones that need to be pulled. This plant's coming out. This is a yellow brandywine, and it's gonna come out today. One of the ones that's gonna come out. Any more fruit on that one? Yep. There's a couple of small green ones, but like that I'll probably go ahead and pull. Make some green tomato relish or something. That one's turning. So that plant's definitely gonna come out today. Here is my other mortgage lifter that is very sick. I see some blushing, and go ahead and take this before the bugs do, and that one too. If it didn't have like some larger fruit on it, I would probably pull this one out, but I want those to finish up so I can make tomato soup out of all of them. This little stripey plant that has not done well, I'm probably going to go ahead and pull him out, and I probably won't keep any of his tomatoes, except like if they're blushing. Woo! Big worm damage. Look at that. Because they turned out so small. I mean, that is supposed to be a Mr. Stripey, and that is not how a Mr. Stripey should grow. So, there you go. That one's also bug-eaten. So, that plant will go. The brandywine will go. These squashes will go. Oh, look at the flowers. They're beautiful. So let's check on the corn. The corn obviously will stay because we planted it so late. And there's corn. Beautiful. And some zinnias down here for my friendly pollinators. There's a nice cob. It's doing all right. Can't wait to eat my first cob. All right, let's go check on the cherry tomatoes and then start the ripping out process. And then after I rip all the stuff out, we'll talk about the change of seasons. Not just weather-wise, but in your life, seasons of your life. Let's look at these beautiful sunflowers right quick. Let's check the cherries. Do we see any cherry tomatoes ready to pull? Sometimes I'm pulling these early, sometimes I'm not, because, you know, I've got a million. See those I'll go ahead and take. It's not terribly crazy full of really red ones right now. The ones on the ground are bug eaten, and, you know, the like. Look, that one must have been a fused blossom. Huh. Squash bug. Unless it's one of the ones on the ground, which it does fool me quite a lot. Come on, you silly Mado. Oh, that one's bug eaten. Come here, I dropped one. Alright, so there is a handful of cherry tomatoes. I'll leave the rest till this afternoon because I don't think we have any threat of rain. I'm now going to sit you down and I'm going to begin to rip out these plants so we can talk about seasons changing. Beautiful subject. Set those in the shade. Sit you right here, my YouTube friends. So the first thing that I'm going to start tearing out, and I may walk out of the frame and back into the frame, it's probably like the German green and the, what do you call that other one? It has a name, I know what it is. Yeah, Cherokee purple. So let me go over here and get that done. Rotten tomato. No more tomato cages after this year. Look at the root system on this German green plant. That's crazy. Giant crandom squash. Okay, so as you can see, I have pulled out quite a bit. I can now walk through the garden. It's not as crazy of a jungle. I still have some squash plants to pull out down here past the second row of sorghum, in between the sorghum and the corn. The corn's looking really good. We looked at that before we actually tore out stuff. So yeah, so that is the garden with seasons changing. Yeah. I need to pick beans, obviously. Yeah. So, you know, you hear a lot of folks, let's go grab my coffee. You hear a lot of folks talking about how it's bittersweet when summer's over and fall comes on. And yeah, it is, because summer is such a productive, beautiful, green time of year. And I enjoy it, I enjoy it, but it's also a lot of work. It's a lot of work that starts with starting plants, you know, like in February. And then once you start those plants, keeping those plants alive, hang on, let me adjust my hat so you can actually see me a little bit. So, you know, we start those plants in February, and you got to keep them alive inside, you know, till spring actually comes on and you get to plant your beautiful starts. And then you take care of them till it's harvest time, and then you harvest, then you preserve your harvest, and it's a lot of work, and it's a really busy time of year. The way I am with seasons is I'm usually very pumped and very excited at the beginning of any season, whether that be winter, fall, spring, or summer, because I am excited for change. I'm excited for that next season to start, because there are different things that are growing, there is different weather, and I get really excited. But with the summer, you get into like the hottest days, like in the end of July, August, and it gets so hot here and humid in the lovely mountains of western North Carolina that sometimes you can't get cool. And my mama used to say this, and I say this too. In the summertime, you cannot take off enough clothes to get cool. I mean, you can be naked and still sweat. But in the wintertime, I can put on a lot of clothes, get a blanket, a heating pad if I deem it necessary, and I can get warm. But in the summer, I really struggle with the heat, so, you know, it's really difficult for me. I sweat, oh my goodness, I sweat when I went in, you know, when I got through pulling out the garden. I mean, I was so sweaty that, I mean, okay, maybe this is TMI, but my bra was soaking wet, you know. So, you know, I struggle in that really hot part. So when fall comes on, and like the days are cooling off, you know, and you can just feel it in the air. The wind starts to gently blow and you feel the coolness. And I get excited. I love fall. I would have to say fall is one of my favorite seasons. I mean, my birthday's in the fall, so maybe that has something to do with it. But I get so excited because I'm no longer dying of the heat. I am finally cool and comfortable, able to go outside and work longer. And I just love the fall. I never get tired of the fall. Never. I love the fall. Winter, I'm very fond of snow, and you know, I do like get really excited when winter starts. It's the holiday season, snow, you know, cozy warmness, snuggled up, watching a movie with Chris, you know, and I get so excited. But I get sick of winter too. Winter, you know, especially January, February, when you've just had enough of the cold, you've had enough of the snow, and you are ready for spring. And spring comes and you're super excited and you're planting again and you're just like ready for all of that newness that a new garden season brings. And I never get tired of spring. It could be spring and fall all the time, and I would just like love it. Those are like my two favorite seasons, but I would have to say fall is more of my favorite season. And I guess it's because we've struggled so much through the winter, or through the summer, burning up and sweating, that I just like welcome it and relish it. And my birthday's in the fall, as I said. Chris's birthday is today, as I said. And yeah. But along with seasons changing and the weather, we go through seasons of life. And today is Chris's birthday, and in our season of life, I am in my 40s, mid-40s, and Chris is turning 40 today. And I asked him, I said, how do you feel about turning 40? And, a lot of people struggle with it. A lot of people are like, my life's half over. Yeah, but what did you do with that life? Are you pleased with how you led it? And, a lot of people go through midlife crisis or, struggle with turning 40. And I don't think Chris is struggling too bad. I mean, he thinks about it, I'm sure we all do. But I think we're in a stage of our life right now where we're both doing, as far as, the farm, we're doing what we love to do. We get Chris out of work, it would be even better, so subscribe. And, I don't think he's struggling that much. But since it's Chris's birthday, I wanted to take a minute in this video to talk about Chris. I don't know really how much you guys know about how I feel about Chris. I mean, I'm sure I love him, and I think he's funny and just great. But before Chris came, I was married twice before. And in those marriages, there were lots of struggles with my disease and things related to my disease that led to circumstances where I could have lost my life. And I didn't, thank the Lord, and the Lord led me to Chris. And Chris has done so much for me. He lifts me up. He tells me I'm a great wife, even though many times I'm very ill and I'm not able to do anything. He is the best husband I've ever had. I say that, my mom used to say, don't say that, that sounds awful. And I'm like, but it's the truth. This is my third marriage, and Chris is the best husband I've ever had. He takes care of me. He not only takes care of me and provides for me, he mentors me. I tell him he's my teacher. He has taught me so many beautiful things about life. You guys know he taught me to play the guitar, the ukulele. He's so knowledgeable about plants that grow and how to grow them. And he's taught me so many things that I never knew. He showed me that somebody can love me unconditionally. Somebody can love me unconditionally, even though I'm sick. And, when you are with a person that's chronically ill, it is very hard on your partner, your husband, your wife. Because they have to they have to carry the brunt of the load of not only working and providing money, but, in the house, cleaning house. He does his own laundry. He is the dishwasher. You guys know he's the one that moves the quail tractor and the chicken tractor. He's the one that goes out there first thing every morning and checks on everybody and feeds them, because sometimes I don't sleep at all. and he knows that once I do sleep, he just lets me sleep. So he takes care of all of the brunt of the hard, intensive labor chores for our animals, and I do more of the checking on and giving the rabbits forage and hay, and checking on the chickens, making sure they, have what they need. But he does the bulk of the heavy lifting around here. And he doesn't complain. And he's always loved animals as much as I do, and he's always let me have whatever I pretty much wanted to have. And, I'll say, thank you for letting me having these rabbits or these quail or these chickens, because they're my animals too. And I'm like, yeah, but, and he's like, no, they're our animals. And so, he loves animals as much as I do. He has taken such good care of me beyond my wildest dreams. Because it's not about how much money you have in the bank, it's about the quality time you spend together and enjoying each other. And I truly believe we both enjoy spending time together. He's just such a blessing. I can't say enough about my wonderful husband. My mom used to worry about this third marriage, and I think she could pass away peacefully when she passed away a year ago in May, knowing that Chris takes care of me, because that used to terrify her. If she passed away and Daddy passed away, who would help me? Who would take care of me? Because when you're this sick, sometimes you are incoherent and you can't move, and you're in the hospital for months at a time. But I believe when my mom really truly believed that Chris was the one and Chris was going to take care of me was in 2010, when I was at Duke having the last surgery I had, and my mother saw how he cared for me and saw how he sat by my bedside all night long until they kicked him out of ICU, and then my mom would come stay during the day. And I was in a coma during all this, so I don't remember. It's like I lost that 2 weeks of my life, and it really bothered me. But he was there, and my mom saw that. My dad saw that. And my dad will say, I have my doubts about Chris. Could he handle it? Well, 14 years later, here we are, and yes, he can. God sent him to me exactly what I needed. And I love him so much, and I want him to have such a wonderful birthday. Chris, baby, honey bunny, sugar booger, I love you so much. When I tell you I don't know what I would do without you, I am dead serious. Because you are the sunshine in my day, the stars in my night that light my way. You've taught me so much. And you've helped me in ways that I can't even go into right now. I truly believe that without you, I would still be in that basement apartment, not living life. And I bless you, and I thank you. And I hope this 40th birthday is the best birthday that you have ever had, and that you prosper this year and all your dreams come true. And that together one day we'll have that land and that earth ship. God will provide as long as we're faithful, baby. I love you so much. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for being my husband and for being patient and caring and loving. You are the best husband and the last husband I will ever have and have ever had. I bless you, baby. So, seasons change. Don't be sad about it. Hit it head on. I hope this encouraged you to look at your life a little differently when seasons change, whether that be a birthday or some other life-changing event. I just pray that you hit it head on with a smile on your face and welcome it. Welcome it when seasons change, because you never know what's in store. You never know. Thanks for watching this episode of Blackpack Homestead. I hope you enjoyed it, watching me tear out all of a lot of the summer garden and my ramble about my sweet husband. Yeah. So thanks for hanging out with me and keeping me company while I was doing all this. Chris is home from work now, so I'm going to go spend some time with him. So, yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you here next time at the Blackpack Homestead. God bless, and bye-bye.